right.
Yeah, I told
No,
you.
this is easy.
Use that for later.
Welcome to our third media conference of the day. Introducing first from my immediate left from the University of Oregon, head coach Kelly Graves, sophomore Ruthie Hebert, and sophomore Sabrina Ionescu. So Coach Graves will make an opening statement, then we'll open it up for questions.
Well, excited to be here, no doubt about it. Feel very fortunate that we're hosting. At this time last year, I know we were traveling cross country for one of the two times we did. It sure, I think, makes a real difference knowing that we are playing at home. For the most part, our student athletes can go about their daily routine, go to class, and sleep in their own beds, and I think that's just a huge advantage. But it's one that we worked hard to achieve and earn. So I know Seattle U is going to give us a great challenge. They're a good basketball team. I think Coach Barkham's done an awesome job in just 2 years there, and we expect a heck of a game tomorrow.
All right, we'll open it up for questions. Ryan?
Sabrina, how much different does this feel than last year when you guys were in Durham, North Carolina, and no one knew who you were?
I mean, it's crazy just walking in, through where we always walk in and have all these people here, and it definitely doesn't, it doesn't really feel real. I mean, it's crazy that we were on the opposite side of the country last year. But I think, Coach said it well. I think we earned this and the right to be here, and we're excited to play tomorrow.
Does playing at home add pressure or take away pressure? I mean,
There's no pressure, I don't think, home or away. I definitely think it's going to help us. I mean, we've had great turnouts this last year here, and I hope fans come out tomorrow as well because they definitely help us and encourage us when we play. So we're going to be excited, but I don't think there's any added pressure to play at home. I think it's more fun and we're more comfortable.
Coach, what does Seattle do really well?
Well, a lot of things, and especially this last weekend, they played 3 great games back to back to back. They shoot the 3 well, and I think anytime when you're playing in a game, let's say in a 2-15 game like this, that's one of the things you got to guard against. You can't let them score 3 at a time. They become that much better. I think they have a great group of guards. I think led by Alexis Montgomery. She could play in our league, no question about it, and what makes her tough is that she can shoot it. She can shoot it off the dribble. She can get to the rim. She's strong. She gets second chance points because she's good on the boards. And then Sanders, I think the freshman. I mean, she played really, really well last week. So 3 really good guards. They play hard, and I think they scheme well, you can tell, and they execute well offensively. So it's a pretty good squad.
AJ?
Ruthie, what did you guys learn about yourselves as a team through the Pac-12 tournament and playing in those really close postseason games? What lessons did you learn that you now want to carry into the NCAA tournament?
We definitely focused on our defense during the last season, and just so we can grind out games and we don't need to give up a lead all the time. And I think we did really well doing that in the Pac-12 conference. So hopefully it keeps going.
That's Ryan?
Ruthie, you guys have created a lot of memories this year, but where does the last 30 seconds or whatever it was against Temple rank in your time here?
Pretty high. I mean, just the whole point of me messing up the hedge and then being able to redeem myself at the end. It was definitely one of the best and most nervous plays I've done.
Did you guys kind of take a deep breath after that Temple game and just kind of playing with house money and get on that run there?
I mean, it was super fun. We all took a deep breath. I think we had fun and we played well, and hope we do the same thing this year.
Jonathan?
Kelly, you've talked about it all the time about being really good and also really young. Have you ever had time to sort of sit back and think, wow, this is amazing what we're doing, how far we're going with still a lot of sophomores and freshmen?
No. You just kind of get caught in the moment. I mean, we just think next game, I think that's been definitely one of our strengths all year long is our ability to just play one game at a time. I think you have to do that, and as soon as you get caught looking ahead at any point in the season, it'll bite you. You look at our 4 losses that we had this year. The next game, each one of those occasions, we came back and played really, really well. And so I think we've been able to just, turn the page and continue to move on. As far as the youth thing, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty experienced team. They've played in 4 NCAA tournament games. So even though they by class or young. They're pretty experienced when it comes to postseason. So, I don't think that's an issue. But no, as a coach, as soon as the last game is over, then you have a chance to kind of sit back and reflect. But when it's going on, it is, nose to the grindstone and what's next.
Coach, what about health-wise? How have you guys? Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Health-wise, are anybody banged up from Pac-12 tournament? How's everyone feeling coming in this week?
Well, I think this time of year everybody's banged up. You're just kind of, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Johnson Family Vacation, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about. At the end of the long cross-country trip and back, as soon as they pull in the driveway at the end of the show, the Escalade or whatever they were driving just completely breaks down. And I think we're, like every team, you're to that point. You guys haven't seen that? No. Cedric the Entertainer? He was Dad of the Year on that show. Anyway, I just think that's where everybody's at. So relatively speaking, yes, we're healthy. We do have some players who've been out the last couple of games that will not come back, but for the most part, yeah, we're healthy. Sorry about the movie reference.
Coach, last year you were pretty much in the polar opposite situation coming into this tournament in terms of seedings where you are now. What kind of perspective do you think that gives you and your players heading into this tournament?
Oh, I think great perspective, I guess, the way to put it. I've probably mentioned to him already 50 times in the last week or so that seeding does not matter. You can't look at seeds. I was talking with Joe here before we walked in. As a coach, my teams have actually won 9 NCAA tournament games as a double-digit seed. So if anybody can understand and understands that, it's me. And so we've talked to this group over and over again about, hey, we were the ones in the hunt last year, and now we're the ones being hunted. So we have to understand that. And again, I think these guys are so focused on just how we want to play and what we need to do that we're not as worried about who we're doing it against.
Anybody else? Andrew?
For Ruthie, early season schedule playing Mississippi State, Louisville, Texas A&M, these teams have been high seeds now in the NCAA tournament. And I'm curious if you felt like that paid off benefits for you guys as you guys went through Pac-12 play to face that kind of schedule.
Yeah, I think it definitely benefits us. I mean, it was nice to go travel and play these top teams and just get a feel of different conferences and how they play and how big and strong they are. So I'm really excited to meet them again.
Did you think that at that time there was a gap between where they were at and you guys were at? Where you thought maybe close that, do you think, in the last month and a half?
I think we definitely, all season, especially for the post players, we've been working on post defense and how we can defend a bigger, stronger post in like the ACC and stuff. And I think we really focus on that and we'll be ready when we meet them again.
Any other questions? Ryan?
Sabrina, what changed defensively in the Pac-12 tournament? Kelly said that was the best 3-game stretch you guys have had.
I think a lot of things changed, but I think our mindset was definitely something that changed. Physically, we're capable of doing that every night against any team. We have so many weapons. We're so long, semi-athletic. But I think we really dialed in on the fact that we had to stop. Are you talking about that Stanford game?
Just the whole tournament.
But I think we really dialed in on the fact that we had to get stops in order for us to become elite and make that next jump in our game. And I think we did. And if we continue to do that, we're going to be a hard team to beat.
Yeah.
Coach, is there anybody on this roster who you feel like is primed for a breakout this tournament?
I have confidence in every player that's on the roster, and at some point, and I tell them all the time, that you never know when it's going to be your time to step up and make a big impact. So honestly, last year I remember in the NCAA tournament was Audie Gilden, just was huge for us. Mallory McGuire played great in a few of those NCAA games. So I think I have just great confidence in a lot of our different players. I'd hate to predict. I'm hoping that it is somebody. And that's that's all we can ask. Somebody steps up in the biggest moment.
Sabrina, has Coach up to his inspirational quote game for the NCAA?
He told us to stay off social media and that stuff at this time of the year. I think he wants us to focus on us and not really let any of that outside stuff affect our team. But he's an inspirational guy. Just the way that he carries himself, and how he talks to our team is just so inspirational, and I love him for it.
I love you too, Sabrina. And you too, Ruthie.
Any other questions? Okay, the Oregon
All
locker
right.
room will be open in another
Thank you.
19 minutes. And guys, thanks very much for your time.